Hello everyone, my name is Taja and this is my project Coupon Cupid. This idea came to me one day when I was on social media and I saw a tweet from someone who said that they wish that there was a way for them to compare all the things that they had on their grocery list to see which store it would be best to shop at so that way they could save money. And I knew at that moment that that was something that I wanted to bring to life. At the time, I did not have the coding power to do that. I didn't know even where to start. But when given the opportunity at the end of this cohort to choose anything that I wanted for my capstone, I knew that this was going to be it. So let's get started. The first thing that we can do is register for an account. And for test purposes, I'm not going to do an actual email, but we'll name this after my dog, Prime. Gives an alert that the account is created, please log in. So once that account is created, it is stored in a Postgres database. So now that we are in here, we will log in. And this takes us to the search page where the user can add general items that they want to add to their cart. So we'll start with chicken. We will do tomato sauce. We will do apples and something cool that I've noticed about the API that I'm using, it's a public Kroger API, is that I can type in something like Dino Nuggies and I'll get a response back. So once I hit this submit button, it calls the Kroger API, the Kroger product API, and stores the response inside of a Pina storage. And so there's only one call being made, so that way it doesn't bog down the servers that are running. And there is a function in the store that takes the highest and lowest amount of each item and adds it together to create an estimated total cost for the cart. So according to this, Kroger is the cheapest one, so I'm going to go ahead and select Kroger. And that takes us to our next page where they can select the specific item that they would like to add to their cart. As you can see here, there are two prices listed on some of these items. The first price is a regular price, and the second price that's highlighted is the promotional price that's going on. And then if a user sees this little Cupid icon, then they know that there's a coupon available, and when they hover over it, it shows them what the coupon is, how much they could save on this item. So once a user clicks on an item, it gets added to the final list that we'll see on the next page. They can unclick on an item to take it off of the list. So we'll just go through here. Here's another coupon. So we'll select this one. We'll add some apples. And like I said before, I could type in something like Dino Nuggies and it knows that I mean dinosaur chicken nuggets. So I will select one of these and press submit. And then as you can see here, it adds it to the final shopping list. Now the final shopping list is totaled by the prices. It automatically formats to take into account a promo price if one is available. Right now, there is a quantity functionality, but it does not adjust to the total price of the cart, which is something that I would like to do in future iterations. I can also delete an item if I choose, and that adjusts the price amount in the cart. And as you can see here, here's our icon that shows that there's a coupon available. And if I go to the coupon collection, we see the coupon for that item. Just so that way all the coupons for specific items are in a central location, makes it for easier checkout experience and user experience. So as you may have seen here, there are only 10 items listed per search result, and that's just a limit that I put on the return result for the API. It, in reality, can be used to return as many products as are available in Kroger's database, but I decided to do 10 just for demonstration purposes today. I also wanted to show off the capabilities in the general list here. So a user can edit an item. So I can change this from apples to an onion, or I can completely delete an item and resubmit that. And then if we go back to the store, it has updated without that item. So just to give you a little view of the thought process that went behind it, this is what I started as for my framework. As you can see here, I had the idea to do a store locator, but I took that out for two reasons. The first reason being that Kroger was the only public API that I found for grocery store searches. So in practice, if I'm able to get access to other grocery stores, I'd like a user to be able to search for the grocery stores that are in their area and select more than one store, so more than Kroger. And then, yeah, those were the two biggest reasons that I chose not to. So in future iterations, that is something that I would like to do. And then just to give you a little bit of an idea of the framework that went into it. So this is the Express server here. And Kroger had experimental APIs that I could have accessed. But unfortunately, at the time of testing, it wasn't working. That was a bug that I ran into. So I created a JSON file to act as my API for the coupons. And so there are just a couple of test ones in here. And then here we have my queries going. I was able to integrate a refresh token, so that way when this is hosted, a user doesn't have to pull from the data from the API an access token like I had to do here with Postman. I had to do it every 30 minutes because that's how long an access token lasts. So I don't have to do that anymore if a user wants to access this website. And then as you can see here, this is my product search. So this is where it calls it to the Kroger site. And then I also wanted to quickly highlight my item store. This is where I used Pina. And this is the function that I pointed out earlier where it compares the highest and lowest price for each item. A very difficult function that I had to do, but I got a lot of help from some of the engineers and the XC, so we were able to get that accomplished. Overall, I am very proud of this project, and I definitely would like to work on it more in the future to see how far I can take it. Thank you for your time.